Welcome to my channel. Tonight, we embark on a journey that requires no movement, no effort, and no destination other than the inner reaches of your own being. We are descending into the quietest layers of the human experience. The realm that exists just beneath the surface of your waking thoughts. The subconscious. Imagine, if you will, a vast and ancient ocean. Your conscious mind. The part of you that is listening to these words right now, is like the sunlight dancing on the very top of the waves. It is bright, focused, but it only touches the surface. Beneath those waves, stretching down into the cool, still, and silent depths, lies the subconscious. It is an immense body of data, memory, and wisdom that never sleeps. Scientific research tells us that our brains are constant processing machines. Yet we are only aware of a tiny fraction of this activity. Neuroscientists estimate that only about 5% of mental activity shows up in the conscious mind, leaving the remaining 95% hidden in the subconscious. Think of your mind as a grand library, where millions of books are being organized, filed, and cross-referenced every single second. You, the conscious observer, only see the book that is currently open on the desk. But the librarian, the subconscious, is working tirelessly in the dark aisles, ensuring that every heartbeat, every breath, and every flickering instinct is perfectly coordinated. As you lie here, letting the weight of the day melt into the mattress, your subconscious is already beginning its most vital work. It doesn't need your permission to keep you safe. It doesn't need your instructions to regulate the temperature of your skin, or the rhythm of your lungs. It is the invisible giant, a silent partner that has been with you since before you were born. In the world of neuroscience, we call this the hidden brain. It is not a place of chaos, but a place of profound order. While your conscious mind struggles with logic, schedules, and worries, the subconscious operates on a frequency of pure intuition and biological grace. It processes information at a speed that the conscious mind cannot even comprehend, roughly 11 million bits of data per second, compared to the mere 40 or 50 bits that our conscious focus can handle. The subconscious does not speak in the language of numbers or logic. It speaks in the language of patterns. While your conscious mind might try to measure the distance of a star in light years or the weight of an object in kilograms, the subconscious simply feels the scale. It understands the vastness. Imagine the neural pathways in your brain. If we were to stretch them out, they would reach for hundreds of thousands of kilometers. A distance so immense it could circle the entire Earth several times. Yet, all of this complexity fits perfectly within the quiet sanctuary of your skull. This is the efficiency of the invisible giant. Every single % of your biological function is monitored. From the microscopic movement of a single cell to the grand orchestration of your nervous system, nothing is overlooked. Your subconscious manages the tension in your muscles, ensuring that as you relax, every millimeter of fiber finds its natural state of rest. It is a repository of every scent you have ever smelled, every melody you have ever heard, and every face you have ever glimpsed for even a fraction of a second. It is all there, stored in the deep archives, waiting to be woven into the fabric of your dreams. The invisible giant is also the keeper of your habits. When you walk, you do not think about which muscle to contract or how to maintain your balance against the pull of gravity. Your subconscious handles the complex physics of every step. When you drive a car on a familiar route, and find yourself arriving at your destination without remembering the turns, it is because your silent pilot took the wheel. It allows your conscious mind to drift, to imagine, while it handles the heavy lifting of reality. This part of your mind is incredibly ancient. It carries the wisdom of evolution. The instincts that kept our ancestors safe in a world of shadows. It is deeply connected to your emotional core. It feels before you think. It senses peace before you can name it. And tonight, it is sensing the safety of this moment. As we move deeper into this series, we will explore the specific ways this giant shapes your world. We will look at the biology of belief, the architecture of memory, and the way your brain heals itself while you drift in the darkness. But for this first stage of our journey, your only task is to acknowledge this presence. To feel the gratitude for a system that looks after you so faithfully. Every breath you take is a gift from your subconscious. Every beat of your heart is a rhythmic promise that you are being cared for. You do not have to hold yourself together. You do not have to manage the trillions of chemical reactions happening inside you right now. You can simply be. Close your eyes now, and visualize that vast, dark, but welcoming space. There is no need to understand it all tonight. There is only the need to trust it. Like a ship trusting the deep water to hold it afloat, you can trust your subconscious to hold the essence of who you are, while you let go of the need to think. We are moving deeper now, away from the noise of the world, and into the soft, velvet silence of the inner mind. The journey has just begun, and you are perfectly safe. Perfectly still. And perfectly supported by the invisible giant within. Feel the air entering your lungs smooth and cool. Notice how your body knows exactly how much oxygen it needs, without you saying a word. This is the silent dialogue between you and your hidden self. A conversation that has no end, only transitions. In the silence between my words, listen to the quiet power of your own existence. There is a strength here that does not scream. A wisdom that does not boast. Just the steady, unwavering presence of the invisible giant. As you settle further into the stillness, let the concept of 95% wash over you. You are so much more than your thoughts. You are a masterpiece of biological engineering, a symphony being conducted by a master who never tires. Rest in that knowledge. Rest in that grace. The surface of the ocean is calm now. The sunlight has faded into a soft, starlit glow. And we are ready to sink just a little further, into the deep silence of the mind. In the quiet of this moment, we move from the introduction of our invisible giant to the staggering reality of its scale. Imagine, if you will, a massive iceberg drifting in the dark, cold waters of the Arctic. What you see above the waterline, the jagged peaks of ice catching the moonlight, represents your conscious mind. It is solid, visible, and seems to be the whole of the structure. But as we know from the laws of nature, about 90% to 95% of that iceberg's mass is hidden beneath the dark surface of the sea. This is the part that gives the iceberg its true weight, its momentum, and its direction. It is the part that dictates where the ice will go, regardless of which way the wind blows against the tip. Your mind operates on this exact same principle. Every decision you think you make, every logical conclusion you reach, is actually the final result of a vast, silent calculation happening in the depths. Scientists call this the 95% rule. It means that while you are busy focusing on the conversation you are having, or the book you are reading, your subconscious is busy managing trillions of operations simultaneously. Consider the complexity of your nervous system. Right now, your brain is receiving millions of signals from every square centimeter of your skin. It is monitoring the pressure of your body against the bed, the temperature of the air, and the subtle sounds of the room. If your conscious mind had to process all of this intentionally, it would be overwhelmed in a fraction of a second. Instead, the subconscious acts as a master filter. It stands at the gates of your awareness, deciding which bits of data are important enough to reach your attention, and which can be handled in the silence. It is a guardian of your peace, preventing the chaos of the external world from flooding your conscious focus. As you sink deeper into relaxation, recognize how much energy you are saving by allowing this silent partner to take the lead. You do not have to worry about the chemistry of your digestion. You do not have to calculate the balance of hormones in your bloodstream. Your subconscious has it all under control, working with a precision that no computer on Earth could ever replicate. The subconscious is also the master of your long-term storage. Every experience you have ever had, every face you have seen for a millisecond in a crowded street, every emotion you felt as a child, is recorded in the layers beneath the iceberg's peak. It is a living archive, and it uses this data to keep you safe. When you feel a sudden, unexplained sense of comfort in a certain place, or a strange, cautious instinct about a situation, that is the 95% communicating with the 5%. It is your deep mind recognizing a pattern from years ago, and sending a signal to the surface. It is not magic, it is the most advanced biological intelligence in existence. Tonight, we are leaning into that intelligence. We are acknowledging that we do not need to be in control of every detail to be safe. In fact, the more we let go of the 5% of conscious effort, the more we allow the 95% to restore our bodies and balance our minds. The iceberg does not struggle to stay afloat. It simply exists in the water, supported by the massive weight of what is unseen. You are the same. You are supported by a depth of mind that is ancient, wise, and incredibly capable. Feel the heavy, comforting stillness of your own body. Let the surface thoughts drift away like tiny snowflakes landing on the ocean. They are small, and they dissolve instantly into the vastness of the deep. There is a profound relief in knowing that the most important parts of your life are being handled for you. Your survival, your healing, your growth, all of these happen in the silence. As we drift further, let the image of the iceberg remind you of your own strength. You are not just the thoughts you think. You are the vastness beneath them. You are the quiet power that moves the whole structure through the sea of time. The water is still. The depths are calm. And you are exactly where you need to be. Resting in the shadow of your own magnificent, hidden mind. In the quiet of this moment, we begin to understand that your mind is not a prisoner of your skull. It does not end where your brain meets the spine. Instead, the subconscious is a liquid intelligence, flowing through every nerve, every fiber, and every single one of the 37 trillion cells that make up your physical form. Science calls this phenomenon cellular memory. It is the profound truth that your body possesses its own unique way of knowing. Have you ever wondered why your fingers seem to find the right keys on a piano without you looking? Or how your feet navigate the familiar stairs of your home in total darkness? This is not just muscle memory. It is the subconscious mind, living and breathing within the very architecture of your limbs. Every experience you have ever had has left a biological footprint. The warmth of a childhood sun, the bracing cold of a winter morning, the surge of adrenaline from a long-forgotten excitement. These are not just thoughts stored in a digital archive. They are chemical signatures, etched into the rhythm of your heart and the tension of your shoulders. As you lie here now, feel the weight of your arms and legs. Within them lies a silent library of every movement you have ever made. Your body remembers how to balance, how to reach, and most importantly, how to heal. Even when your conscious mind is preoccupied with the worries of tomorrow, your cells are busy performing a masterpiece of maintenance. They are communicating at a speed that defies logic. Each second, your body replaces millions of red blood cells. Your subconscious oversees this vast construction project, ensuring that the new cells carry the wisdom of the old ones. It is a continuous cycle of renewal, a quiet whisper from the subconscious telling your body to remain whole. Consider the sensation of comfort. When you wrap yourself in a soft blanket, it is not just your brain that feels the relief. Your skin cells, the largest organ of your body, send a cascade of signals to the deep mind. They report that the environment is safe. They signal that the time for defense is over, and the time for restoration has begun. Tonight, we are giving our bodies permission to let go of the old stories. The subconscious has a remarkable ability to store stress, but it also has an infinite capacity to release it. As you breathe in, imagine a soft light traveling to the very tips of your toes, and the ends of your fingers. This light represents the conscious acknowledgement of your cellular wisdom. You do not need to tell your heart how to beat. You do not need to remind your lungs how to expand. This intelligence is autonomous. It is ancient. It is the body-mind, a partnership that has been perfected over millions of years of evolution. In the world of biology, we see how even simple organisms without a complex brain can remember a stimulus. How much more profound, then, is the memory held within you? You are a living history of every ancestor who survived, every challenge you have overcome, and every moment of peace you have ever cherished. Let the tension in your jaw dissolve. Let the tiny muscles around your eyes soften. Your subconscious is receiving the message that the iceberg is at rest. As the conscious mind grows quiet, the cellular repairs become more efficient. The invisible giant begins to sweep away the chemical remnants of the day. It is a beautiful, silent choreography. Every millimeter of your being is involved in this transition to sleep. You are not just a person with a body, you are a vast, interconnected conscious physical system, and tonight, every part of that system is invited to find its natural state of harmony. Trust the wisdom of your cells. Trust the memory of your muscles. They know exactly how to guide you into the depths of the night. You are being carried by the very fibers of your existence. As the boundaries of your waking world begin to soften, and the colors of the day fade into a gentle, velvet gray, you are entering a state of profound surrender. But even as your conscious mind lets go of the reins, you are never truly alone. Within you, there is a faithful sentry that never closes its eyes. The sleeping guardian. Your subconscious. In the field of chronobiology, we understand that sleep is not a lapse in existence. It is not a void. Rather, it is a shift in leadership. While you drift into the realm of dreams, your subconscious steps forward to take its post. It begins a night-long vigil, a silent watch that ensures your world remains stable while you are away. Consider the remarkable selectivity of this guardian. As you sleep, your ears continue to receive sound waves. The wind rattling the window, the distant hum of a car on the road. The rhythmic ticking of a clock. Your subconscious hears every single decibel. Yet, it chooses to remain silent. It filters out these meaningless patterns, labeling them as safe, so that your rest is not disturbed. However, should a sound occur that carries significance, the snap of a twig, or the soft cry of a child in the next room, the guardian reacts in a millisecond. It bypasses the slow corridors of logic and speaks directly to your nervous system, bringing you back to awareness with incredible speed. This is the ancient protective mechanism that has kept humanity safe for hundreds of thousands of years. It is a biological radar that is always active, always scanning, and always devoted to your well-being. While it watches the outer world, the subconscious is also busy organizing your inner world. Think of this phase as a nightly restoration. The guardian begins to scan your physical body, searching for any % of imbalance. It directs the flow of blood to the areas that need repair, optimizes the release of growth hormones, and regulates the temperature of your skin with a precision that exceeds any thermostat. Your breathing becomes a deep, rhythmic prayer. Each inhale is a drawing in of quiet strength. And each exhale is a release of the day's residue. Your subconscious ensures that this rhythm remains unbroken. It knows exactly how many liters of oxygen your system requires at this very moment of stillness. There is a beautiful paradox in this. To the outside world, you appear completely still, almost frozen in time. But inside, beneath the surface of the iceberg, there is a flurry of purposeful activity. Your subconscious is weaving the events of the day into the fabric of your memory, discarding what is trivial, and strengthening what is vital. It is creating the foundation upon which you will stand tomorrow. As you settle deeper into the mattress, feel the comfort of being watched over. You do not have to be vigilant. You do not have to be the protector of your own peace tonight. That role has been filled by a power that is much older and much wiser than your conscious thoughts. Imagine this guardian as a soft, warm light surrounding your bed. It is a field of intelligence that knows the map of your soul perfectly. It understands your fears, and it works to dissolve them in the darkness. It understands your hopes, and it prepares the mind to envision them during the dream state. The world outside may be vast and unpredictable, but here, in the sanctuary of your sleep, everything is under control. The trillions of synapses in your brain are being tended to like a garden in the moonlight. The invisible giant is at work, whispering a silent assurance to every cell in your body. You are safe. You are protected. You are free to drift. Let your awareness sink even further now. Away from the guardian's post at the edge of the world, and toward the heart of the dream. The transition is as smooth as silk. as effortless as a falling leaf. Trust the vigil. Trust the silence. The night is your ally, and your subconscious is the bridge that will carry you safely to the dawn. As you move from the watchful eye of the guardian, you begin to sink into a world where the laws of physics and the rules of logic no longer apply. You are entering the dream state. This is the theater of the mind, where the subconscious takes center stage, and begins to speak to you in its most primal and ancient tongue. The language of symbols. In the quiet laboratory of the night, your brain is far from inactive. Neuroscientists observe that during rapid eye movement sleep, certain parts of the brain become even more active than when you are wide awake. Specifically, the limbic system, the emotional heart of your mind, begins to pulse with energy. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for logic, social rules, and critical thinking, steps into the shadows. This shift creates a unique opportunity. Without the constraints of the real world, the subconscious is free to process the day's emotional residue. It does not use sentences or structured arguments. Instead, it paints. It uses the image of a vast, empty house to represent your untapped potential. It uses the sensation of flying to express a release from a heavy burden. Or perhaps, it uses the metaphor of a labyrinth to mirror a complex problem you are solving in your waking life. Every image, no matter how strange, is a piece of information. Your subconscious is performing a nightly cleanup. It takes the thousands of fragments of data you gathered throughout the day, and it begins to sort them. It decides what to keep in your permanent memory and what to discard. This process is essential for your mental health. It is a form of emotional regulation. A way for the mind to reset its scales so that you can wake up with a fresh perspective. Consider the threat simulation theory in evolutionary psychology. Some scientists believe that dreams are a safe training ground. Your subconscious creates scenarios, sometimes challenging ones, to help you practice your instincts. It is as if the invisible giant is saying, "Let us try this move here, where it is safe," so that you are prepared for the world tomorrow. It is a testament to how deeply your mind cares for your survival. But realer, dreams are also a place of profound healing. When we experience a difficult emotion, the subconscious works to strip away the sting of the memory while keeping the lesson. It weaves the new experience into the old stories of your life, creating a sense of continuity and meaning. You are the protagonist of an endless, unfolding narrative, and the subconscious is the master storyteller. As you feel your body becoming even lighter, let go of the need to interpret or analyze. You do not need to understand the dream for it to work. The incubation is happening whether you remember the images or not. The trillions of connections are being polished. The emotional weight is being redistributed. There is no judgment in the dream world. There is only flow. There is only the soft, rhythmic movement of the mind exploring itself. You are drifting now through the halls of your own imagination, guided by the one who knows you best. The symbols are shifting. The colors are softening. The messages are being delivered in the silence between breaths. You are being prepared. You are being restored. And as you move toward the next layer of this journey, you carry with you the quiet wisdom of the night. The theater is dim. The performance is for you alone. Trust the story. Trust the teller. From the ethereal landscapes of our dreams, we return to the most concrete reality of our daily existence. Have you ever wondered why, upon waking, you tend to follow the exact same sequence of movements? Why your hand reaches for the same object, or why you navigate the path to your morning routine without a single conscious thought? This is the autopilot mode of the subconscious. The neurology of habit. In the study of the brain, efficiency is the ultimate goal. Conscious thought is energy expensive. It requires intense focus, metabolic fuel, and time. To preserve your resources, the subconscious looks for patterns. When you perform an action repeatedly, whether it is tying your shoelaces or reacting to a specific stressor, the brain begins to carve a physical path. Imagine a lush, untamed forest. The first time you walk through it, you must push aside branches and find your way with great effort. This is the conscious mind learning a new skill. But the more you walk that same path, the clearer it becomes. Eventually, the grass stays flat, the obstacles are removed, and you can walk it in total darkness without stumbling. In your brain, these are called neural pathways. Through a process known as long-term potentiation, the connections between neurons strengthen with use. The basal ganglia, a group of structures deep within the brain, play a central role in this. While the iceberg's tip is busy dreaming or planning the future, the basal ganglia are storing the how-to of your life. This is a magnificent gift of biological engineering. It allows you to perform complex tasks, like driving a car at 60 kilometers per hour. While your conscious mind listens to music or contemplates a sunset, your subconscious handles the thousands of micro-adjustments required to stay in the lane. Tonight, as you settle into the stillness, feel a sense of gratitude for this autopilot. It is the reason you don't have to relearn the world every morning. It is the silent rhythm that keeps your life moving forward even when you are tired. But the beauty of the subconscious is that these paths, though well-worn, are not permanent. The brain remains plastic. Even now, as you breathe deeply and slowly, you are signaling to your subconscious that relaxation is a path worth reinforcing. Each time you choose this stillness, you are making the path to peace wider, smoother, and easier to find tomorrow. Your body knows this rhythm. It recognizes the habit of letting go. Feel the tension leaving your shoulders. Not because you are forcing it, but because your subconscious has learned that this is the time for the rest and digest system to take over. The percent of your day spent in these automatic patterns is high, but in this moment, the pattern is one of pure tranquility. No effort is needed. The autopilot is set to deep rest. The forest path is clear, and it leads directly into the heart of the night. Trust the patterns. Trust the silent work of your neurons. You are being carried by a system that knows exactly how to bring you home to yourself. From the physical pathways of our habits, we descend into the deepest waters of our inner world, the source of our emotions. Have you ever wondered why certain scents or sounds can instantly change your mood? Why the distant smell of rain on dry earth might bring a sudden sense of peace, or why a specific melody can make your heart swell before you even remember its name? This is the emotional intelligence of the subconscious. Deep within the temporal lobes of your brain, tucked away like a precious almond-shaped jewel, lies the amygdala. This small structure is a key player in your subconscious processing. It acts as an emotional sentinel, scanning every millisecond of your experience for feeling tones. Long before your conscious mind can form a logical sentence about what is happening, the amygdala has already assigned an emotional label to the moment. Think of the subconscious as a vast, silent library of feelings. It does not store memories as dry facts or dates. It stores them as vibrations. When you encounter something new, your subconscious instantly flips through its archives, searching for a match. If it finds a memory of safety and warmth, it releases a cascade of neurochemicals like oxytocin and dopamine through your system. You feel a wave of relaxation spread through your muscles. And your breathing slows. Your body knows you are safe, because your subconscious has vouched for this moment. This emotional labeling is incredibly fast. Research suggests that the subconscious can process emotional information in less than 100 milliseconds. In comparison, it takes the conscious mind much longer to even register the image. This means that your feelings are often the first responders of your soul. They are the silent messages sent from the invisible giant, telling you how to react to the world before you even know the world is there. As you lie here now, notice the emotional climate of your body. Your subconscious is listening to the tone of my voice, the stillness of the room, and the steady rhythm of your own heart. It is labeling this experience as sanctuary. It is telling your nervous system that the time for defense is over. The amygdala, which might have been active during the day's stresses, is now being bathed in the quiet chemistry of rest. We often think we are logical creatures who occasionally feel. But in reality, we are emotional creatures who occasionally think. 95% of our reactions are driven by these deep, subconscious emotional associations. By choosing to be in this space tonight, you are training your subconscious to associate darkness and silence with profound security. You are building a reservoir of peace that you can draw from tomorrow. Imagine a clear, blue pool of water in the center of your chest. This is your emotional core. With every breath, the ripples on the surface grow smaller and smaller, until the water is perfectly still. Your subconscious is reflected in that stillness. It is calm. It is clear. And it is deeply, deeply at rest. The messages of fear and worry are fading away, replaced by a single, unwavering signal of safety. You are being held in the gentle embrace of your own biological wisdom. There is nothing to solve. There is only the feeling of being home within yourself. As we continue our descent into the quiet architecture of the mind, we arrive at a threshold where logic ends and a deeper, more ancient form of knowing begins. This is the realm of intuition. Often described as a gut feeling or a hunch, intuition is not a mystical occurrence or a random spark of imagination. In the light of modern cognitive science, it is understood to be the ultimate expression of your subconscious mind's processing power. It is the whisper of the invisible giant, speaking to you when your conscious focus is too narrow to see the whole picture. Imagine, for a moment, that your conscious mind is like a small flashlight in a vast, dark cathedral. Wherever you point that beam of light, you see the details with incredible clarity. You can read the carvings on a single pillar or examine the texture of a stone floor. But the flashlight can only illuminate a few square centimeters at a time. Meanwhile, the subconscious mind is like the cathedral itself. It exists in the darkness, but it knows the dimensions of every arch, the height of the ceiling, and the echo of every footstep. Intuition is what happens when the cathedral speaks to the flashlight. The biological basis for this is found in what researchers call pattern recognition. Every single second of your life, your subconscious is gathering data that your conscious mind ignores. It notices the subtle micro-expressions on a stranger's face, the specific way the wind shifts before a storm, or the tiny inconsistencies in a complex financial document. While you are focused on the primary task, the subconscious is busy filing away these millions of bits of peripheral information. When you encounter a situation that mirrors a past experience, even one from decades ago, the subconscious performs an instantaneous cross-reference. It scans through its 95% share of your mental archives and finds a match. It doesn't have the time to explain the logic to your conscious mind, because logic is slow. Instead, it sends a physical signal. A tightening in the chest, a lightness in the stomach, or a sudden, unshakable sense of certainty. This is the fast-track communication of the hidden brain. In psychology, this is sometimes referred to as thin slicing. It is the ability of our subconscious to find patterns in situations and behavior based on very narrow windows of experience. It is why a master chess player can look at a board for a fraction of a second and know the winning move. Or why an experienced doctor can sometimes sense a diagnosis before the test results are even printed. They are not guessing. They are accessing a deep, specialized database built over years of quiet observation. As you lie here in the darkness, notice how much of your life is guided by this silent wisdom. You do not need to consciously calculate the distance between your hand and your face to touch your cheek. You do not need to analyze the grammar of my sentences to understand their meaning. Your subconscious is doing the heavy lifting, translating vibration into thought, and thought into feeling. There is a profound peace in realizing that you do not have to figure everything out with your conscious effort. The stress we feel during the day often comes from the 5% trying to do the work of the 95%. We try to force logic onto problems that require the broad, holistic view of the subconscious. But tonight, that struggle is over. You are giving the flashlight a rest, and allowing the cathedral to simply exist in its own magnificent silence. Trusting your intuition is, in essence, trusting the history of your own survival. It is acknowledging that your brain has learned things that you haven't even realized you were studying. It is a form of self-loyalty. When you listen to that inner whisper, you are honoring the invisible giant that has watched over you through every kilometer of your journey. Feel the relaxation deepening in your brow. Let the tension in your temples evaporate like mist. As your conscious mind drifts further away from the need for answers, your subconscious becomes more vivid. It is during these quiet, meditative states that the bridge between the two minds becomes strongest. In the silence, the whisper of intuition becomes a clear, steady hum of certainty. You are a vessel of immense knowledge. Most of it is wordless, but all of it is true. Every cell in your body is a participant in this deep knowing. The rhythm of your heart is a steady, constant affirmation of your place in the universe. You are not guessing your way through life. You are being guided by the most sophisticated intelligence ever created by nature. Breathe into that certainty. Let the oxygen travel through your bloodstream, reaching the trillions of synapses that are currently reorganizing and reinforcing your inner wisdom. You are becoming more intuitive with every breath. You are becoming more aligned with your silent pilot. As we prepare to move into the next phase of our journey, carry this feeling with you. The feeling that you are never without a map. The map is written in the language of your instincts, and it is held safely in the hands of the invisible giant. The flashlight is dimming now. The cathedral is quiet. The whisper is enough. From the ancient whispers of our intuition, we move toward one of the most hopeful and transformative discoveries in the history of neuroscience. For many decades, the scientific community believed that the adult brain was a static organ. It was thought that once you reached a certain age, your neural connections were fixed, your habits were permanent, and the iceberg of your subconscious was frozen in place. But we now know that this is not true. We have discovered the phenomenon of neuroplasticity. The remarkable ability of the subconscious mind to physically restructure itself in response to new experiences, new thoughts, and new states of peace. Think of your brain not as a hardwired machine, but as a living, breathing garden. Your subconscious is the soil, rich with potential. Every thought you think and every emotion you feel is like a seed planted in that soil. In the past, perhaps some parts of this garden became overgrown with the weeds of stress, or the thorns of old, limiting beliefs. You may have felt that these paths were permanent, simply because you walked them for so many kilometers over so many years. But neuroplasticity tells us that the gardener is always at work. The brain is plastic, meaning it is malleable, like soft clay or heated glass. The biological mechanism behind this transformation is elegant and persistent. There is a famous axiom in neuroscience: neurons that fire together, wire together. Every time you choose to enter this state of deep relaxation, every time you listen to these words and allow your breathing to slow, you are firing a specific set of neurons associated with tranquility and safety. As these neurons fire in unison, the subconscious begins to build a physical bridge between them. It strengthens the synapses, the tiny gaps where information passes from one cell to another. It wraps the neural pathways in a protective coating called myelin, which allows the signal of peace to travel faster and more efficiently. As you lie here now, you are literally redesigning the architecture of your inner world. By focusing on the deep silence, you are starving the old, anxious pathways of their power. Just as a path in a forest will disappear if it is no longer walked upon, the neural circuits of stress will eventually weaken when they are replaced by the habit of stillness. Your subconscious is a master builder. It does not care how old a habit is. It only cares about what is being reinforced in the present moment. This process of rewiring is especially potent during the transition to sleep. As your brain waves slow down from the frantic beta waves of the day to the rhythmic alpha and theta waves of deep relaxation, the gates of the subconscious open wider. The mind becomes more receptive to new patterns. You are not just listening to a story, you are providing the blueprints for a new way of being. You are telling your invisible giant that it is okay to let go of the old defenses. That it is safe to prioritize healing over alertness. Consider the scale of this change. Within your skull, there are approximately 86 billion neurons. Each of these neurons can have thousands of connections to its neighbors. This creates a network of trillions of synapses. Each one of these connections is a potential site for change. Every % of effort you put into this meditative state creates a ripple effect across this vast, internal cosmos. You are never stuck. You are a work in progress, a masterpiece that is being constantly refined by the silent hand of neuroplasticity. Feel the warmth of this realization spreading through your body. It starts at the crown of your head, softening the muscles of your scalp, and moves down through your neck and shoulders. With every breath, the clay of your subconscious becomes more supple. You are smoothing out the jagged edges of the day. You are filling in the ruts of old worries with the fresh, cool water of serenity. The beauty of the subconscious mind is its loyalty. Once you establish these new, peaceful pathways through repetition and focus, the invisible giant will eventually make them your new autopilot. Soon, you will find that you no longer have to work to find this stillness. It will find you. Peace will become your default setting. Your natural state of existence. As we move toward the next stage of our journey, trust in this biological promise. Your brain is not a fixed map, but a shifting landscape, and tonight, you are moving toward the high, quiet meadows of the mind. The old roads are fading into the mist, and the new path is clear, soft, and welcoming. The gardener is at rest, but the garden is growing. The builder is silent, but the structure is strengthening. As we shift our focus from the physical reshaping of the brain, we move toward one of the most abstract and fascinating dimensions of the human experience. Time. To your conscious mind, the part of you that looks at a watch or counts the seconds of a red light, time is a linear progression. It is a sequence of past, present, and future, measured in rigid increments of minutes and hours. But to the subconscious, time is a fluid and entirely different landscape. The invisible giant does not live in the world of calendars. It lives in the eternal now. Scientific observations of the brain during various states of consciousness reveal a startling truth. In the deep layers of the subconscious, especially during dreams or high-stress situations, the perception of time can expand or contract with incredible elasticity. Have you ever had a dream that felt as though it spanned days or even years, only to wake up and realize that you had only been asleep for 20 minutes? This is because the subconscious processes information at a rate so vastly superior to the conscious mind, that it can weave an entire lifetime of imagery in the blink of an eye. This timelessness is a core characteristic of the hidden brain. For the subconscious, an emotional memory from 30 years ago can feel just as vivid and present as something that happened 5 minutes ago. It does not distinguish between then and now, which is why a certain smell or sound can instantly trigger a physical reaction from your past. While the conscious mind knows the event is over, the subconscious is still holding the experience in its vast, eternal library. Tonight, as you settle into this stillness, we are inviting the conscious mind to step away from the pressure of the clock. You do not need to know what time it is. You do not need to calculate how many hours of sleep you will get before the sun rises. By letting go of the linear, you are allowing your body to sync with its own internal, biological rhythms. Deep within the brain, in a tiny cluster of neurons called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, lies your master clock. This biological timepiece regulates your circadian rhythm, the 24-hour cycle that dictates when you feel alert and when you feel the heavy pull of rest. This rhythm is managed entirely by the subconscious. It monitors the fading light of the evening, the drop in the temperature of the air, and the rising levels of melatonin in your bloodstream. It is a perfect, silent choreography that has been tuned over millions of years of evolution. When you surrender to this rhythm, you are moving from clock time into biological time. In this state, the cells of your body begin their restorative work. The subconscious coordinates the repair of tissues, the consolidation of memories, and the balancing of your internal chemistry. It does not rush. It does not worry about the deadline. It simply follows the ancient, slow pulse of life itself. Imagine, if you will, that your thoughts are like leaves floating on a very long, very slow river. The river represents the subconscious flow of time. From the surface, you might see the leaves passing quickly. But deep down, near the riverbed, the water is moving with a profound, steady stillness. That is where we are going now. Down into the depths where time stretches out, where a single breath can feel like an eternity of peace. There is a great relief in this Zusammensitzlik, this timelessness. All the schedules, all the to-do lists, and all the expectations of the world belong to the 5%. They cannot follow you here. In the realm of the 95%, you are simply a being in a state of becoming. You are part of a rhythm that connects you to the stars, the tides, and the slow turning of the earth. Feel the pulse in your fingertips. It is a rhythmic reminder that you are alive in this very millisecond. With every slow inhale, you are expanding your sense of the present. With every long exhale, you are releasing the need to measure your life by the ticking of a machine. Your subconscious is now fully in charge of the clock. It knows exactly how long you need to rest. It knows exactly when to transition you from light sleep to the deep, slow-wave sleep where the most profound healing occurs. You can trust its timing. It has never missed a beat. The world of noise and schedules is fading. The sun has set, the light has disappeared, and the only thing that remains is the slow, rhythmic breath of the invisible giant. You are drifting in the infinite now. Safe, supported, and completely timeless. As we drift away from the abstract stretching of time, we find ourselves entering the most fertile and innovative corner of the human mind. The sanctuary of creativity. Have you ever spent hours, perhaps even days, trying to solve a complex problem or find a missing spark of inspiration, only to meet a wall of mental exhaustion? And then, the moment you finally gave up, the moment you stepped into a warm shower or closed your eyes to rest, the answer suddenly appeared. This eureka moment is not a stroke of luck. It is a documented psychological phenomenon known as the incubation effect. It is the proof that your subconscious is a tireless worker, continuing the labor even when your conscious mind has left the office. In the study of creative cognition, we understand that the conscious mind is limited by its need for logic and sequence. It tries to solve problems by walking in a straight line, step by step. But the subconscious mind, the invisible giant, does not follow a linear path. It works through divergent thinking. While you are resting, your subconscious is busy making remote associations. It takes a fragment of a memory from 10 years ago and connects it to a piece of information you learned 2 hours ago. It tests thousands of these invisible threads, weaving together ideas that your conscious logic would never think to combine. This incubation period is essential for true insight. Think of it like a seed buried in the earth. If you constantly dig up the seed to see if it is growing, you will only hinder its progress. Creativity requires the darkness of the subconscious to flourish. By letting go tonight, you are not stopping your progress. You are simply handing the project over to a much more powerful processor. You are allowing the 95% to take the lead. Scientific research using functional magnetic resonance imaging has shown that during periods of mind-wandering, or rest, the brain's default mode network becomes highly active. This network is the home of your inner monologue and your creative synthesis. It is most effective when the flashlight of your conscious attention is turned off. In this state, the brain is free to explore the vast architecture of your knowledge, traveling for thousands of kilometers through your neural pathways to find the perfect connection. As you settle deeper into your pillows, recognize that your mind is currently incubating. Whatever challenges you faced today, whatever questions remained unanswered, they are being handled in the silence. You do not need to struggle with them anymore. The invisible giant is sorting through the data, looking for the patterns, and preparing the gifts of insight for your morning. There is a profound sense of relief in trusting this process. You are a participant in a grand, intellectual tradition of rest. Many of history's greatest thinkers, from scientists to poets, credited their most significant breakthroughs to the moments when they were doing nothing. They understood that the subconscious needs space to breathe and time to play. Feel the weight of the day's effort evaporating. Every % of mental tension you release is more energy available for the incubation of your best ideas. Your subconscious is not just a storage room for the past, it is a laboratory for the future. It is creating the solutions you haven't even thought to ask for yet. Imagine your thoughts as soft, glowing clouds drifting in a night sky. They don't need to be organized. They don't need to be controlled. They are simply floating, occasionally merging into new and beautiful shapes. This is the fluidity of the creative mind. With every breath, you are sinking further away from the need for doing, and closer to the state of being. In this state, the incubator is warm and safe. The connections are being made. The insights are growing. And tomorrow, you will wake up with the clarity that only the deep silence can provide. Rest now, and let the giant work. The laboratory is open, and the results will be magnificent. From the inspiring void of creativity, we move toward the most fundamental necessity of our existence: healing. Your subconscious is not merely a center for thought or a storehouse for memory. It is the chief pharmacist, the head surgeon, and the master architect of your physical body. It is the silent force that maintains the delicate equilibrium of your life, working with a complexity that no medical laboratory on Earth could ever hope to fully duplicate. Scientific research into the placebo effect has provided us with a window into this magnificent power. When a person believes they are receiving a cure, their subconscious mind accepts the instruction of healing. In response, the brain begins to produce its own internal medicine. It releases endogenous opioids to dull pain, dopamine to lift the spirit, and specific proteins to accelerate the repair of damaged tissue. This is not a miracle in the supernatural sense. It is the subconscious mind utilizing the body's own biological resources to fulfill a mental expectation. It is the ultimate proof that the iceberg beneath the surface is in direct control of our physical reality. As you lie here in the stillness, consider the massive scale of the restorative work happening within you right now. Your subconscious is currently managing the activities of trillions of cells. It is overseeing the production of white blood cells to strengthen your immune system, acting like a silent general directing an army to protect the borders of your health. It is regulating the flow of blood, ensuring that oxygen and nutrients reach every square millimeter of your organs. It is a continuous, quiet symphony of repair. Neuroscience shows us that during deep sleep, the brain initiates a cleaning process. The glymphatic system, which is managed by the subconscious, becomes 10 times more active than during the day. It literally flushes out the metabolic waste products that accumulate between neurons. It is a nightly detoxification that clears the mental fog and prepares the neural pathways for a fresh start. This is why sleep is the most powerful medicine we possess. It is the time when the 5% of conscious interference is removed, allowing the 95% to perform its maintenance without interruption. Feel the warmth of this healing energy as it moves through your system. It starts as a gentle glow in the center of your chest, and with every breath, it expands. It moves through your arteries, down into your digestive system, and out to the very tips of your toes. Every % of relaxation you achieve allows this process to move more quickly. When you let go of stress, you are lowering the levels of cortisol in your blood, which in turn allows the subconscious to focus entirely on growth and repair rather than defense. You do not need to visualize the specific chemical reactions. You do not need to understand the complex biology of protein synthesis or cellular mitosis. You only need to provide the environment. The darkness, the silence, and the total trust in the invisible giant. Imagine your body as a quiet, ancient temple. While the world outside is noisy and chaotic, the interior of the temple is being polished. The stones are being mended, the lights are being dimmed, and the air is being purified. This is the work of the night. This is the gift of the subconscious. Your breathing is now the drumbeat of this restoration. A slow, steady, and rhythmic pulse. With every inhale, you are drawing in the raw materials for your own renewal. With every exhale, you are releasing the old, the tired, and the worn-out parts of your day. Trust the chief pharmacist within. Trust the silent surgeon. You are being put back together, stronger, clearer, and more balanced than you were when the day began. The healing is happening in the silence. The restoration is complete in the stillness. From the restorative power of our inner pharmacy, we descend into one of the most challenging landscapes of the human mind. The origin of our fears. Have you ever wondered why certain situations trigger a sudden, sharp sense of unease, even when there is no logical threat in sight? Why does the body sometimes enter a state of fight or flight, with a racing heart and shallow breath, over a memory or a thought? This is the overprotective side of the invisible giant. The ancient survival mechanism of the subconscious. In the architecture of the brain, fear is managed by a primitive region often called the reptilian brain. Its primary job is survival. Because the subconscious processes information so quickly, it is constantly looking for patterns that might indicate danger. If, at some point in your past, a specific sound, a certain tone of voice, or even a particular smell was associated with a stressful event, your subconscious filed that data away under danger. Now, decades later, it might still be sounding the alarm the moment it detects a similar pattern. It is not trying to make you anxious, it is trying to keep you alive. It is an incredibly loyal, but sometimes misguided, sentinel. Neuroscience tells us that the amygdala can trigger a stress response in as little as 20 milliseconds. This is much faster than the time it takes for the conscious, logic center to realize that the threat is not real. By the time you say to yourself, "I am safe," your body has already released a surge of adrenaline and cortisol. This is the gap where many of our modern anxieties live. They are the echoes of old protective programs that are no longer needed. But the beauty of the subconscious is its capacity for extinction learning. Just as the brain can learn to be afraid, it can be taught to be calm. Tonight, as you lie in this deep silence, you are performing a vital act of recalibration. By maintaining a slow, rhythmic breath while in total darkness, you are sending a powerful signal to the amygdala. You are telling the invisible giant, the environment is secure. The alarm is no longer necessary. Every long, slow exhale is a direct command to your nervous system to switch from the sympathetic, stress, mode to the parasympathetic, rest and digest, mode. You are literally bathing your neural circuits in the chemistry of peace. As you do this, the old, jagged pathways of fear begin to lose their electrical charge. They are being replaced by the smooth, wide roads of tranquility. Imagine your fears as dry autumn leaves. During the day, they might blow around and make a lot of noise, catching your attention. But now, in the stillness, a gentle, warm rain is beginning to fall. This rain is the feeling of safety you are cultivating. It weighs down the leaves, turning them into soft, quiet earth. The noise is gone. The ground is stable. You are safe here. There are no deadlines to meet, no judgments to face, and no what-ifs that can reach you in this sanctuary. Your subconscious is beginning to understand that the night is a time of absolute immunity. The trillions of chemical reactions that were geared toward defense are now being redirected toward deep, cellular peace. Feel the space behind your eyes relaxing. Let the root of your tongue soften. These are the physical markers of a mind that has stopped scanning for threats. You are transitioning from the survival mind to the thriving mind. The invisible giant is finally putting down its shield and picking up the tools of restoration. The old echoes are fading. The shadows are just shadows, and the silence is your friend. Breathe into the vastness of your own security. You are the master of this inner landscape, and tonight, the landscape is calm. Moving beyond the individual echoes of our personal fears, we reach the deepest and most expansive layer of the human mind. The collective unconscious. Have you ever wondered why people from opposite ends of the earth, who have never met and share no language, are moved by the same symbols? Why do we all feel a sense of profound awe when we look at a star-filled sky or the rhythmic crashing of ocean waves? This is because our subconscious is not an isolated island. It is part of a vast, interconnected ocean of human experience. In the early 20th century, the psychiatrist Carl Jung proposed that beneath our personal memories lies a communal reservoir of knowledge. He called these archetypes. These are universal patterns, images, and stories that are hardwired into the human psyche. The image of the wise old man, the nurturing mother, or the hero's journey, these are not just cultural inventions. They are biological instincts, passed down through thousands of generations like a spiritual DNA. Modern biology provides a physical framework for this through the study of genetic memory. We know that the experiences of our ancestors, their triumphs over adversity and their survival instincts, can leave epigenetic marks on our very genes. Your subconscious carries the wisdom of millions of years of evolution. It knows how to survive because your ancestors survived. It knows how to find peace because humanity has always sought the sanctuary of the night. Tonight, as you drift, let go of the idea that you are a solitary being struggling against the world. Feel the comfort of the shared mind. You are part of a grand, ancient lineage of dreamers. The 86 billion neurons in your brain are not just yours alone, they are the result of an unbroken chain of life reaching back to the dawn of time. When you feel a sense of déjà vu, or a strange connection to a place you have never been, it is the collective unconscious whispering through the trillions of synapses of your hidden brain. This realization offers a unique form of tranquility. You do not have to carry the weight of existence by yourself. You are supported by the archetypal strength of all those who came before you. Their resilience is your resilience. Their ability to find stillness in the darkness is now your ability. Imagine a vast network of glowing lights spanning the entire planet. Each light is a subconscious mind, and each one is connected by a shimmering thread of shared understanding. As you relax, your light begins to pulse in harmony with the collective rhythm. You are sinking into the same deep silence that has comforted humans for millennia. There is no loneliness in the 95%. There is only a profound sense of belonging. You are a single drop in a magnificent river, and the river knows exactly where it is going. Every breath you take is a breath shared with the history of the world. Feel the expansion of your awareness. Your subconscious is opening its doors to the universal symbols of peace. The image of a calm forest, the sound of a steady heartbeat, the feeling of total safety. These are the gifts of the collective mind, and they are yours to claim tonight. The barriers between me and the world are dissolving into a soft, blue mist. You are the traveler, and you are the journey itself. Trust the ancient map. Trust the shared bond. We have reached the final threshold of our journey. The place where all words, all theories, and all conscious efforts dissolve into the mist. We are entering the state of deep surrender. This is the moment when the 5% of your waking mind finally lets go of the lantern, and allows the 95% to take full command of the ship. There is no more seeking. There is no more understanding. There is only the vast, rhythmic and unconditional presence of the invisible giant. In the laboratory of sleep science, this is the transition into delta wave activity. These are the slowest, loudest, and most profound brain waves we can produce. When your brain enters this delta state, you are at your most disconnected from the external world, and you're most connected to the internal source of life. It is a period of total metabolic reset. Your subconscious is now the absolute ruler of your kingdom. It is not distracted by the past or the future. It is entirely focused on the sacred task of your existence, being. Think of this final stage as a sacred cocoon. Throughout this series, we have explored the architecture of your subconscious, its protective instincts, its creative laboratories, and its cellular memory. Now, all of those departments are working in perfect harmony. Your heart rate has slowed to its most efficient pace, a steady, ancient drumbeat that echoes the rotation of the earth. Your body temperature has dropped by a fraction of a degree, a signal to every cell that the winter of the night is here for healing. The invisible giant is now busy with the final organization of your day. It is taking the complex emotions you felt, the sights you saw for even a millisecond, and the conversations you had. And it is placing them into the deep archives. It is smoothing out the wrinkles in your mind. It is polishing the neural pathways of peace that we have built together over these 15 sections. Tomorrow, when you open your eyes, you will not just be awake, you will be new. You will carry the cumulative strength of this deep rest into every kilometer of your day. But for now, there is no tomorrow. There is only the feeling of the air moving in and out of your lungs. Each breath is a bridge into the deeper darkness, a welcoming, soft darkness that feels like a warm embrace. You are safe to lose yourself here. You are safe to forget your name, your roles, and your responsibilities. You are returning to the source. Imagine your awareness as a single, glowing spark, slowly sinking through a clear, dark pool of water. As you sink, the light becomes softer, and the silence becomes louder. The pressure of the world is gone. The weight of your body is gone. There is only the drift. Your subconscious is whispering to every one of your trillions of synapses. It is telling them to let go. It is telling them that the work is done. The iceberg is stable. The garden is growing. The guardian is awake, and you are perfectly, infinitely loved by the system that created you. You are a part of the deep silence of the cosmos. You are a part of the biological wonder of life. Every percent of your being is now in a state of total, blissful, non-resistance. The journey through the subconscious has led us back to the beginning. To the pure, untouched essence of who you are beneath the noise. A being of peace. A being of wisdom. A being of rest. The words are becoming distant now. They are merging with the rhythm of your breath. They are becoming a part of the background of your own inner universe. There is nothing left to do. There is nothing left to be. The invisible giant has you now. The light is gone. The noise is gone. The peace remains. Sink deeper. Further. Into the velvet black. Into the heart of the stillness. Where knowledge meets stillness. Sleep well.